Okay, big road test for our team this week, playing a very good Florida team. A team that's in the top 10, a team that has a 9-game winning streak, one of the longest in all of college football. You look at them defensively, really what stands out to me is how aggressive they are. They can really run. 24 sacks, I think it's second in the country. 13 turnovers, I believe that's second in the country. So very, very good defense. Offensively, a typical Dan Mullen offense. Run the ball effectively. Their quarterback has one of the best completion percentages in all of college football. Just a very solid team. And like I said, it'll be a very good test for us. From our standpoint, we just got to continue to improve. That's really our message, really focusing on winning the line of scrimmage on both sides of the football. And that's what we'll need to do to have a chance to beat these guys. Questions?
As you look at that Florida defense, aggressiveness, the first thing that comes to
Yeah.
mind for you.
Yeah, they're real aggressive, and their defense coordinator. Of course, we win against each other a lot of times, and he's one of the best. He's an aggressive mindset. His players are playing that way, and they got some guys that can flat get after it.
Yes, you guys, obviously, the more you win, the more attention you get, the more you're talked about nationally and all those things. Is that a challenge to keep that in the place where it needs to be?
We addressed that the very first of the season, and we really try to keep out all the outside, positive, negative, in between, and just really focus on us. Focus on us, the task in hand. Take it 1 week at a time. Our guys have done a good job of that up to this point. We'll have to continue to do that. This is a week-to-week deal, and you can't get too high or too low. You got to stay the course, and of course we have our hands full with this one, and really don't expect our guys to be distracted in any way with this game.
How much more of a challenge is it? I mean, even really when you first got into college coaching, social media wasn't what it is now.
Yeah.
All these guys are looking at their phone and it's on Twitter and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Is it more of a challenge now?
Oh yeah, I think so. I mean, that's just these kids grew up. They grew up with social media. That's just a part of life, and that's a reality. And it's how you deal with it. We try to be really honest with our guys about expectations from our standpoint. Not worried about what anybody else says. Really doesn't matter. It just matters of what we do week to week, and that's really been our message. And our guys have done a good job up to this point, focusing on that.
How big a factor will be to put some pressure on your quarterback?
Yeah, it'd be a big factor, and like I say, he's got one of the best completion percentages in all of college football, and so trying to make him uncomfortable, just like they're going to try to do our quarterback. I think that'll be a big factor in the game, and, who can make the other quarterback more uncomfortable.
Dan Mullen was saying you guys first crossed paths, I guess, in 2005. He was recruiting Mitch Mustang.
Mhm.
You're still coaching in high school. What do you remember from that first encounter and just talking ball with him?
Yeah. Dan's a class guy. That's what I really remember, and really enjoyed getting to know him. And like I said, our paths crossed, and of course we faced each other numerous times. And I've got a lot of respect for Dan, the way he goes about it. I think he's one of the good guys and does things right. His teams are always well prepared, and he's a very good football coach.
Bo had that open field fumble the other day, which I know irritated the hell out of you. How do you teach that now? Do you say you got to be more aware of who's around you, or just get down at some point?
Yeah, with Bo, what I told him is just a little bit of reality in our league. When he breaks, somebody's going to catch him. It's not like high school, and they're going to come and they're going to go for the ball. And so I really expect next time when he does break, he'll be more aware and have it a little bit tighter and that offhand on the ball as he comes. So, it was a teaching moment. We were very fortunate the ball went out of bounds, but it was a good teaching moment, and I expect him to correct that, the next time he's in a similar situation.
You guys seem to have been able to do more passing, running everything with him as he's gone along. How much progression has he made week to week?
Yeah, every week you can just sense it in practice. It's not just the games. In practice, you can sense the awareness. We're trying to do a lot of carryover and trying to build upon things. And, each week he feels more comfortable, then you can add a few things to that. And we're to a point now where, he really feels more comfortable. And each week, each snap, he'll feel more comfortable. Obviously, we're going on the road this week. It's going to be probably the most hostile environment we've been in. It's going to be loud. We've been working crowd noise for 6 weeks, so hopefully that'll help, prepare him, for this environment.
Is it fair to say you've evolved as a play caller inserting some different things, some different looks over these, last few weeks than compared to when you were calling plays, and what has influenced you?
Yeah, it's been so long since I called play, I can't really remember how it used to work. But, I think each week you just, you try to give your guys the best chance of being successful with what you're going to face. And I think really our guys deserve all the credit. I mean, the standpoint that they are executing what's called against some good defenses. And so it makes it easy to call plays. We've got some excellent coaches that help me. I mean, Kenny Dillingham's done a super job, with Bo, and just does a great job. Cody Burns, really one of my right-hand guys, deserves a lot of the credit. Cadillac's, he's brought a lot to our team. And then J.B. Grimes with our offensive line. I've said this before, he's a great teacher, and those guys are responding well. And then Larry Porter's doing a good job with our H-back. So it's a real team effort as far as that goes.
Some of the new concepts, where do you kind of pick and choose where those have come from? So I know Kenny and Cody had been around the country and picked up some things.
Yeah, I think more than anything, it's about what your quarterback is comfortable with. There's a lot of different coaches and myself, I like this, but it's all about your quarterback, what he feels comfortable with, what he can execute, what your players can execute around him. So it's more of that than it is just drawing up some new plays just because they're cool. It's you're trying to do things that you can be effective, that you can execute versus all the different looks. So I think that's probably the biggest factor of what we're trying to do.
How valuable is that to have a freshman that you can do those things with because he understands the game and getting the offense?
Yeah, I mean, he's a coach's son, and we knew that we recruited him, but still, I don't care if he's real comfortable. You got to get out there and you got to do it. And then after things slow down a little bit, then you can see progressions and you can see reads and you can see drops execute. So it's all the above as far as that goes. You got to go out there and do it. You can't just know it. You got to go out there and do it. And then we talked about our receivers not being healthy until about 2 weeks ago. And we hadn't had time to do any kind of timing. Well, now they've been healthy for 2 weeks. So hopefully the timing will continue to improve. We're still not there, but hopefully that'll continue to improve in the right direction.
Does the sugar huddle help make communication easier and get guys on the same page, or is it just more for disguising formation?
Yeah, it's more of disguise. It's more of deception than it is just communication. It's just really what I say. That's kind of a change of pace for us too, and we've been doing that for a while.
How have your feelings on tempo changed over the years? Because you were one of the only people going super fast.
Yeah.
You don't go as fast as other people.
Yeah, that's a great point. But the standpoint, we were one of the only ones, if the only one in our league way back when. Everybody does it now. So it's not as a big advantage because the defense are all used to different things. So I think you got to evolve, and I think you got to pick and choose your times to put the hammer down. You got to pick and choose your times to kind of let up a little bit and make sure you're in a solid play and you've got everything organized with that. But it is a different day. It was a lot of fun 10 years ago, and everybody was griping about it and all that stuff. And right now everybody's doing it, and defense are a little more used to it than they were.
You mentioned Bo being fortunate on that fumble, but he hasn't turned the ball over since the first half of the Oregon game.
Yeah.
What's made him so successful?
That's probably the thing I'm most proud of. We're at A&M a few weeks ago, and we had pretty good protection, but they had pretty good coverage, and he took a sack. Another quarterback probably would have thrown it up and, thrown up for grabs. He didn't do that. And so I think that shows a lot of maturity for a young guy, that he's conscious of protecting the football, number one. Of course, that's what we tell him. But a lot of quarterbacks don't do it, in the heat of the moment. And so it was a coverage sack. But he didn't throw it up for grabs, and we punted. We got a good defense. And he understands the big picture of it. That we got a good defense, we got a good special team. So, that's really what's been one of the biggest bright spots, I think, that he's protecting the football.
You talk about the pace. You were really out there on pace 10 years ago. It was kind of a new idea. What do you think's your calling card now? I mean, how are you evolving and adapting?
Yeah, well, I still think we're pace. I still think we're a run play action team with emphasis on vertically down the field. We like to throw a lot of different things at people, whether it's unusual formations or stuff like that. And so we're still kind of who we are at our core. But like you said, we got to evolve a little bit, and everybody's playing fast.
You mentioned being more comfortable. How much more comfortable are you calling the plays for an offense that's progressing than maybe this time last year?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy being involved. I've been enjoying involved. I love working with our players on the practice field. That's really the highlight for me, and just being more engaged, and I enjoy that.
How different is that from maybe your role last year?
I'm not as bored. I'll tell you, that. I got bored the last couple of years. Yeah,
What goes through your mind if you look at the rest of your schedule, 4 top 2 teams?
I don't look at it. I mean, that's whatever. And this is Florida. This is it. This is our game. And, at the very first of the year, I looked at the schedule. I put it up there. I told the guys, hey, here's the big picture. All right. But that's the last time we're going to do that. And then, so we're going to Florida. And then we'll go to Florida. We'll come back. We'll have an off week. And we'll get our stuff all cleaned up. We'll get a good plan. And I think, our next game is a road game. So you can't do that. You can't think that way. There's no reason to think that way. It's good for y'all to think that way, but we can't think that way. We got Florida, and that's the only thing on our mind. So we're not doing that.
Why do you think the GT counter's been so good for you guys this year? It just seems like the last 2 or 3 weeks just really got
Yeah, I think we got some very athletic tackles. I think our guys are doing a good job up in the middle too. And at the end of the year last year, we started running a little bit more, and we had a little success. And in the off season, our guys really bought into it, and so it's all about execution.
What did you see on film that makes Trask so effective?
That what?
Makes their quarterback so effective?
He's in rhythm. He gets rid of the ball. He knows where to go with the ball. Doesn't hold it a long time, and he's got some real good receivers. I'll tell you that. I mean, I'm impressed with the receiver group. Matter of fact, very impressed.
You mentioned just how aggressive Florida's defense is. Everybody knows what they did to Miami at 10 sacks, but back-to-back weeks they've had 4 sacks. They're leading the league in that area. Is this the toughest test yet for your offensive line protecting both?
Oh, I think so. I mean, I got some guys. I got some real guys rushing the passer. Not that the guys we didn't play before didn't, but they're very aggressive. They get upfield. They pin their ears back, and it's pretty impressive to watch on film.
You guys, you've been surprised that you're able to get Luke Deal back and to start to get in the mix a little bit?
Yeah, that's good. He's really coming on. Probably the last 4 or 5 weeks has done really good stuff in practice, and so got a chance to get him back involved. We think he's going to be an excellent player.
How valuable can he be being the bigger version of that type?
Yeah, I think he said he's a big physical guy and presents a little bit more physicality, because he's a bigger guy. So hopefully he'll continue to develop, but it's real good to have him back out there and have him be a part.
Do you feel more comfortable with DJ Williams now, and what does he provide you? Right?
Yeah, I mean, I was pleased that he was able to get out there. I think he's close to 100%. Made some really good runs. Protect the football, so hopefully his role could grow. We'll see. I mean, we'll play multiple running backs this weekend, and you'll see that the rest of the season.
Yes, what is it about Jordan Peters when he's on the field? He tends to make plays, like the fumble last week.
Yeah, he's a veteran guy. He got a nose for the ball. He's one of our best special teams guys too, and just to have him back on special teams is huge too. He's definitely an impact player on special teams.
California just has a lot of athletes to be paid. What does that mean for college football?
Yeah, that's an important issue. I know our league commissioner will be on top of that, and everything will be settled, as far as that goes. I mean, right now we're focused on Florida, but that's definitely an important issue moving forward.
Anything else?
How's Derek Hall doing? Will he make the trip to Florida?
He possibly could. He is going to practice today, and we're hoping to. We're hoping he'll make the trip. We'll see. I'll be able to tell you more on Thursday, but the fact he's going to be out there practicing today, that's a positive sign.
All right, Coach.
Okay, thank you all.